Bros on Nuggs, bros on no. At some point, we'll nail an intro. I'm convinced of it, and it'll be perfect.
And we'll never
we
remember.
Gotta write an intro song that we can just play every time, so you don't have to freelance it every time. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, like the Nuggets second team.
Or just the Nuggets right now. What I'm catching is, Will, that you didn't like my intro right there.
I liked it. I think we need to. It's not just on you though, Dave. I think the other bros need to be creative here too.
And what would one of you like to try a Bros on
Nugs? Do our acapella intro, Bros on Nugs?
Tim, you set the harmony. I'll come in with the. You set the, set your baritone voice. I'll come in with some harmony. We'll be good. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Bros on Nuggs. Nugs. Bros on Nuggs. Nugs. Bros on Nuggs. Nugs. Bros on Nuggs. Nugs. Bros on Nuggs.
Yeah. Nailed it. That's all done remotely, my friends. Those of you listening on the podcast, that was done remotely and perfectly nailed.
I'm a little excited to listen to this episode and hear how that sounded.
A lot to talk about tonight, my friends. Mostly is we're struggling. The Nuggets are, and it's not anyone's fault. It's the fault of the circumstances, and sometimes you got to take that. And I have to say, I really appreciated the way they've battled the last 3 games. At first, after the Jokic injury, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But really, the last 3 games, they've brought it. You have to overcome the injuries. And I don't know. It's hard, man. The Nuggets are in a rough spot right now. I was hoping Jokic would be back. From all accounts, he was supposed to be last game, and he's not. I'm just a little nervous about that. What do you guys think?
Well, Jokic wasn't wearing his wrist brace when he loaded the plane today.
Okay.
They showed a picture of him dressed up. I don't know if you've seen him on the sidelines. He's been wearing a wrist brace.
Yes.
He did not have that on in the photo I saw of him getting on the plane for the road trip. So
we call that investigatory journalism right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I think he's not going to play tomorrow night. It's just simply because all it takes is one hard foul to maybe re-injure him, and Miami will take that shot. We were so excited for this rematch probably about 3 weeks ago, and now I don't think Jokic will play tomorrow, but hopefully he will play the next night they play after the Miami game. But man, it's been rough. I think just like Tim was talking about, and I think Dave, you too, is with him being gone, you realize one, not just how good offensively he is and what he brings, but his improvement on the defensive end, and how we have gone from like the second to third best defensive team with him to the 30th without him. So, how the mighty have fallen.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have a backup center, Timmy.
Yeah, I was just going to – Will pretty much said it. But, yeah, I mean, if you don't know, now you know. Nikola is the backbone for the Denver Nuggets offensively and defensively. Obviously, we lack depth there. I've also, I get Monte had a great third quarter. What was it, like 13 or 15 points against the Bucks? But I really feel like he's kind of hasn't been stepping up as much as I would like to see. Maybe I'm just being harsh, but I kind of feel like we were so excited that we had him because we saw how well he did against other second units. And I just don't know if he's necessarily made that leap, even though I think last year I said he could be a starting guard in this league. He's definitely had his struggles, especially on the defensive end. So when you have that, and then we just keep getting injuries. All these injuries are just killing us. Unfortunately, we lost another good one to another ACL injury, and I don't know when.
Was that Dozier? Was it an ACL?
Doge.
Yeah, Dozier's done ACL. I don't know when Bones Highland's coming back or Jokic. I mean, and we've played like the third or fourth toughest schedule, so far into the season. So having done that and being where we are at 9-9 with all our injuries and our ups and downs, I'll take it. Not happily, but I'll take it. But we've got to right this ship, and to do so, you got to have some of these injured guys come back.
Check it out, guys. Harper made me a picture.
Oh, nice.
It's a frog.
It's not a frog. It's a backpack.
It's a backpack that looks like a frog.
It's a
Thank you,
backpack.
Harper.
No, you gotta open it.
Oh, and then you open it. You open the backpack, and it's
I accidentally ripped it. It's school supplies.
school supplies, my friends. School supplies. There we go. Perfect. Sorry. You were saying?
Oh, I'm done. It's your go. What are your thoughts so far, Dave? I mean,
Well, okay. Monte Morris did a great job in the Bucks game. I think it's hard to be critical of him there, Timmy. Though I understand why you would be. I thought he played admirably there.
mm-hmm.
What do you? There's no way. You're outmatched, man. At this point, MPJ down, Jokic down, Jamal obviously still out. You are completely outmatched everywhere you go, which sucks because we really like to lean on or feel good about our bench and our depth. But depth only matters when you have people to start it. You know what I mean? Like, where's your depth start? Do you want to get into something philosophical right now? So if you're starting at 3 feet high in a pool, what's your depth?
If we're starting what?
You're starting at 3 feet high in a pool, like that's where the water line is. What's the depth of that pool?
You go ahead, take that one, Tim.
3.5 feet.
It's 3 feet.
It's 3 feet.
Well, unless you.
I thought you said 3.5 feet. My bad.
But if you start, I mean, if there's bodies inside of it, maybe 3 feet, and you add people to it, the depth rises a little bit. But you got to start at a higher depth, and unfortunately, the Nuggets don't have that higher depth right now. They're starting at a 3-foot pool. They're in a hot tub, right? They're in a hot tub.
They got no depth.
They need to get there's lack of depth, which we knew when you have your top 3 stars injured. And how depressing is it that MPJ may not return this season? Not that he was playing awesome or anything, but that's pretty brutal to spend that much money on a player and not have him come back. So that's rough.
It's I'm just waiting for the announcement now with saying he's looking at specialists and nerve damage and might require surgery. So it's not looking good.
It's not good, man. It never was. And man, he was playing so well at the end of last season till the playoffs. And you just remember we talked about it on Bros on Nuggs. We were like, at what point do you trade and just cash this money in on this dude? And we did not. And that could be one of the biggest failures in Nuggets history, other than the Skidishvili draft pick. No, Tim says no. Okay.
Oh no, I just shake my head every time I hear Skidishvili.
Skidishvili.
I was so angry.
Yeah, I think our max contract on MPJ might go down as like the thing that held us from a championship. And I hate to say that because I want hope and I want him to be okay. And we've been very hard on MPJ on this show, Bros on Nuggs, since the start. But we've also given him his due when he's earned it. But man, awarding him that contract, knowing the back issues, God, that glimpse of just brilliance. I don't know, man. Just a glimpse of brilliance. Do you do that on a glimpse of brilliance, or does that brilliance have to be deserved over at least the course of a couple of years? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I just think we saw enough in him. I know we've been hard on him, like you said, but I feel like we saw enough in him last year that he deserved an extension. And I was happy that we extended him, but now look where we are. That's money we could have paid someone else, I guess, going off of what you were saying.
That's money we could have paid
Get a free agent.
for other people. And now that you're in a jam, you know what I mean? Now that Austin Rivers is getting like big time minutes, you're just like, oh geez.
He's terrible.
Yeah. And I love like, trust me, I love Conley. I love the way we draft. I like what we do as an institution, as a program, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I like what we do. You know what I mean? We build from within, and we do the right things, and we try to keep team players, and we do everything right. We do everything right most of the time. But man, for that contract, and now we're suffering from it. Because of that contract, we have zero depth at the center position, like zero. I mean, I love Jermichael Green and I love Jeff Green, but they're not centers; they're power forwards.
They're not cutting it.
And so we have zero depth there, zero. And also, you sacrifice some. You could get a little more talented on the wings. Like you could have signed an Oladipo. You could have done some other things, and we've talked about this. I don't want to belabor it, and I'm obviously thinking retrospectively here because he showed such glimpses of brilliance. But the problem is, when you're injured again, and then you're going to get injured again. And this is the way pro sports work, man. Your body was just not meant for it, and I hope that I'm wrong. I really do. But you guys know the truth.
No depth at the center position.
We got a lot of asses on seats that don't do anything, and there's nothing we can do about it. Like, Bol, he never plays. Until the Bucks game, I hadn't really seen Kankar play, who played pretty well against the Bucks. Or Chanchar. I always say his name wrong.
I think
I don't know.
Kankar is a better way to pronounce it.
Kankar, not Karkar.
Kankar.
Chanchar, I don't know. He played well, but obviously he's not filling any voids. But we have a bunch of, I don't know, Bol. If we could figure out a way to chip him off. Hold on 1 second. What?
Will, any thoughts on depth?
You guys think they'll start playing Cornelli?
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to start playing more Frenchmen, which has always proven great in the NBA minus Tony Parker.
I don't know, man. If I hope he gets some time. I did. He was tough. He was tough in the Olympics for the French team. So let it roll. What's it gonna hurt us?
Yeah, we got a 6-game losing streak and on a 14-day road trip.
You don't play Bol, who's giant. Just try someone else.
I got a question for you guys. With it being Thanksgiving week, I know it's been hard to find something thankful for the Nuggets. Is there anything you're thankful for the Nuggets right now?
Well,
that's a hard one.
Aaron Gordon. I feel like Aaron Gordon has played really hard and tried to fill in that gap. And what I'd like to see when we get players back, our one player who's going to come back with the Jokic, which is a huge player to have back. But I'd like to see him play with that same aggressiveness and assertiveness that he's been asked to play for since these dudes have been out. You know what I mean? Like they've asked him to do it, and he's done it. And I think Aaron Gordon, I love everything about that dude, other than sometimes for a dunk contest winner, he kind of finishes weak around the rim, but I don't know. Like if I was that big and that strong, and I hate saying that. Stop saying that. I won't say that. I'm not there. I'm not.
You are that big and strong, Dave.
Yeah,
no,
you are.
I'm not. But
Your
damn,
guns are out right now.
Sometimes Aaron Gordon, I just think, needs to finish stronger at the rack and just not give a crap about what's going to happen and just embarrass some fools. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then he
I feel like he can embarrass some fools. I'm sorry.
I guess I don't know. I'm thankful for Jamal. I know he's not playing, but hear me out. I
You
know
like
he's
New
not.
Balance shoes?
No, I don't even own a pair of New Balance.
Oh, okay.
I'm thankful for him because he's still as much as part of this team as if he were on the floor playing. He's
Okay.
sitting. He's another coach. He's traveling with the team. He sits next to young guys and talks to them when they come out of the game. He sits next to Jokic and calms them down. He's still being an intricate part of and being as involved as possible with this team as he can at this moment. And I think that's awesome because there are some guys. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of guys who will do what Jamal's doing now, but there are some guys who would just be like, I'm working on me. I'm trying to get me back, which Jamal is doing, but he wants to be a part of the team. Even though he's not playing, he's a coach now. And it's kind of, you don't get to see it a whole lot, but he gets excited. He gets frustrated. It's as if though he is playing. And I think, Bones Highland can learn a lot from him. I think it's a good thing to have that coachability and being a coach on the bench right now, because when he comes back, that's a new aspect of his game that will have improved that he hadn't been working on intentionally. So, Jamal.
Wow, man. We call that levity, Timmy. Good job, man. Good job. Will, what are you thankful for?
I guess if I'm thankful for, obviously not, I can't be thankful for Aaron Gordon, which I agree with both of you in regards to what you guys have put down. But I guess mine would be Facu's figuring out how to shoot a three ball. His ability to shoot the three lately has been there, which is nice to see. And I know, obviously, he brings energy. And when Bones was healthy, he wasn't playing very much. But it's good to see Facu's shot coming together. And I'd also say Jeff Green's. Jeff Green is playing better. So hopefully, as we try to weather this storm, this brutal storm that we're in, these guys can continue to gain confidence as Jokic returns, and eventually other pieces like Bones and Jamal to hopefully get some momentum going to be a playoff team. So
Facu para uno, dos, tres.
Maybe I'm thankful for Scott Hastings because he still makes the game fun to watch, even though they've been getting their butt kicked.
He really does. He really does. All right. So we're on a East Coast road trip, man, which, historically for the Nuggets has not been good, but recently we've done pretty well. I think on our East Coast road trips, we've become a much better road team. A lot of that is the style we play. A lot of that is Nikola Jokic, who we're not sure will be there tomorrow night against the Heat. But if you check the Heat right now, Markieff Morris is not playing because he's playing up the whiplash injury, probably for a lawsuit in the future. Sorry. So he's still out. Jimmy Butler is questionable.
So you get the Sawaya law firm. You get the McDivitt.
Yeah, I think he's getting Sawaya.
McDivitt.
Who would you take? Would you take Azar, McDivitt, or Sawaya?
You got to call the strong arm.
If you're Markieff Morris,
he's going to call the strong arm.
Who's the guy that says, I'm on top of it?
I don't know.
I'll take Lorenz and Lorenz. That'll be
He's a Colorado Springs guy. He's another injury returner.
Oh, yeah, the guy who's like, I'm on top of it.
And he's standing on top of a wreck with his arms. I'm on top of it.
Yeah.
Who's the one who goes, it's just that easy?
It's the same guy. It's that he also says, I'm on top of it. It's the same guy.
Hoyser
and Hoyser?
Oh, Hoyser and Hoyser.
Hoyser and Hoyser.
Yes, but if you get to pick your lawyers, I'd go with Lorenz and Lorenz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would be my choice as well. But what about Colorado lawyers?
What about Anderson and Lopez?
I like that. Isn't one of them a doctor and a lawyer?
Right now, I might go with McDivitt because even though I don't ride a motorcycle, you can win a motorcycle from West Coast Customs.
McDivitt. When you
Yeah,
want to
McDivitt.
settle the score, you dial the 4s.
McDivitt's kind of blown up. I don't know how, but they've sort of blown up. If I may continue.
Yeah, he definitely has a hairpiece, by the way. Good old Mike McDivitt. That's definitely a hairpiece.
Markieff Morris is out because of whiplash, which he's playing up to get that lawsuit against Jokic. We have Jimmy Butler, who's questionable with a tailbone contusion. Tailbone's hurt. You guys know that.
Broke my
Tyler Hero. This can't be real. This cannot be a real report. Ready for this one? Tyler Hero is questionable. Someone give me your best thoughts as to why.
Sand.
Okay, I like that. Timmy?
Tyler Hero. I don't even know.
Well, your first guess should have been he was out fighting crime last night.
Vigilanteism.
Yeah, exactly.
Is not rewarded.
Officially listed as body soreness, my friends. He's out with body soreness. Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Marcus Garrett is out, as is Victor Oladipo. So we may get like a Nuggets Heat third team NBA game tomorrow night. Who wins that?
Well, that's good. That's good that Butler might be out because I don't think anybody else would take a cheap shot at Jokic if he plays.
Exactly.
Because Bam, I don't see Bam doing that.
Well, they already Bam and him get to fight all the time, right? Like when you're sinners, you get to fight all the time, so you're not really trying to take dudes out.
Yeah, Jimmy ain't playing. I ain't worried about it.
Jokic. Yeah, I don't think Bam would do it, but Jimmy was not mad. Do you guys remember? He was not upset with Jokic. He was upset with one of our bench coaches.
Well, that's what you would say, of course, after the Jokic brothers stand up and say, we'll be outside. You definitely change who you're talking to.
I will also be my two friends here. I'd also be disappointed if Jokic doesn't play. I think that would be a cop out.
I think he needs to play some. I mean, you may not need to play him the whole time like you normally do if all those guys are out.
Yeah,
he's got to get some minutes though. You got to get him back on that court.
Agreed.
With them being with that many guys out and with how many guys out we have, it'll be an interesting game to see. But you just need to get Jokic rolling because you're going to need him in a couple of these games down the road.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to need him in New York. You're going to need him in San Antonio.
San Antone.
Bulls. Chicago loves themselves some Jokic.
He's got to play in there.
I just think after everything that happened, if Jokic is true, and I think this might be, I'm not into I hate doing this, but I think maybe part of the reason they left him out in the last game when he was supposed to play is to make an excuse that he wasn't ready. And now that he's going to Miami, now they have an excuse. He's not ready because you can't play him against Milwaukee and then not play him at Miami. I don't want that to be I don't want him to turn into the next Joel Embiid. You know what I'm saying? So
if he can play, you play him. Nobody. It's done with. It's over with. It's done and over with. Fines were paid. Suspensions were had. It was a dirty foul to begin with. At the end of the day, it's over with. Just move on.
Yeah.
You got to let it go.
No, I agree. And cheers to you, Ben. Thanks for joining us again.
It's either that or there's going to be a giant brawl. So,
right. One or two. Well,
either let it go. Either let it go or do a benches clearing brawl. I mean, you just get it over with.
And I think, there's a part of me that wants to see Jokic play just to see if Miami is willing to back up the crap they were talking. You know what I mean? But then you're putting your guy in a harmful situation. I don't know, dude.
I just want to get back in the win.
Bummed if their bro doesn't play because they wanted to start some shit.
Right. And they bought courtside tickets. That's expensive in Miami. You guys ever been down there?
No.
I don't think I've ever been to Miami.
Con Diego.
Been to Orlando.
Is it Abanito? Ami?
Amiyama. Con Diego Amiyama. Are you guys going to come with me to Miami ever?
Going to Miami. I'm a Nino, Ami.
None of you know the lyrics. None of you guys know the lyrics to that song. So it's a freaking Will Smith song, and none of you can get the lyrics right.
What?
Wow.
No, correct it. It's what? Is Abanito?
Well, there is Abadito because Miami's beautiful.
Then what did we get wrong?
Con Viejo. Miami. You got to come with me to Miami.
Oh. So welcome to Miami.
Bienvenido a Miami. That's what it is.
Bienvenidos a Miami.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I said party in the city where the heat is on.
Yeah. Have you guys ever been to Miami?
No. It's gonna be underwater in a few years, so that's okay.
Maybe we should visit it now. Like is it the new Vienna?
Well, not yet, but they do have dry flooding.
What is dry flooding?
That's when high tide hits and it comes up through the sewers and like the drain systems because the oceans have risen. So like streets literally flood.
With poo.
Just like your storm drains. I don't think it's the sewer. I mean, I don't know. Look it up. It's depressing.
Well, that's nice.
Well, that's nice.
Anywhere else that's going to flood? Now that we're on an East Coast road trip, we're going to visit multiple cities that may flood in the next few years due to climate
There
change.
are basketball cities that won't exist in 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. Is Madison Square Garden underwater in 20 years?
I don't know.
Okay. What about that place in Brooklyn, whatever Jay-Z owns?
I don't know. But
okay, what about the garden?
Pelicans.
The Boston Garden.
New Orleans will be.
New Orleans will be underground. You're right. It will be underwater. You're exactly right.
We play Boston
the
on
Pelicans on this road trip?
We are playing the Pelicans on this road trip. We're not playing Boston.
San Antonio twice, right?
What do you mean we play the Pelicans? Yes. So you're telling me there's a win.
You're telling me there's a chance.
So we get one win.
No, we also play the Magic.
Yes.
We get to see our old boys R.J. Hampton and Dave's fave.
The Wagner boys.
Poor Gary Harris, man. Talk about going from a team that's like awesome to a team that sucks. What do you do in your career like that? It's almost like, what do you do? Like, let's say, Timmy, let's say you were working for BMR and BMR traded you to Sanborn. I mean, and then you had to work for Sanborn knowing that just your life was going to suck for the next, like,
work for
years.
Sanborn.
Well, I would ask for a pay raise. I would make do, and then when free agency hit, I would go where I wanted.
There you go.
Or I'd try to run it into the ground.
But they just signed you and traded you. Now
destroy it with you.
Just trust me, this is a good move, guys.
This is a great move here. We're gonna sell all of our property and give it to giant corporations in hopes that they don't build anything on it.
You're gonna donate all your land to Blue Mountain Ranch, and then we're gonna sell your facilities.
Yeah,
as a corporate retreat.
As a corporate retreat.
As a corporate retreat.
I'd ask you the same question, Will, but people in Colorado Springs right now are balling. You guys have done the right thing as a city. You guys are awesome. And then these are the same people that hate paying taxes. They're like, they're paying so much money to all these folks.
Yeah. Again, that would be moving me from a town that pays well to that doesn't pay well.
It would be.
How would you feel if you were traded to Omaha, Nebraska?
Probably pay well. Omaha's legit.
I don't know, but
would you get to work the College World Series? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be bummed, man.
What about Nacogdoches, Texas?
You always forget about these things. Is these players have families, man, and how significant that is when trades do happen. So, but yeah, no, thank you.
Wow, we didn't need the serious change of context there, buddy. We all know families are real. All right, cool. Timmy, so we have 2 wins on our road trip here. It's a rough one. It's like a 5-game road trip.
It's a 7-game, like 2-week road trip.
Can we get a timeout with Timmy? Can we get a timeout with
In a
Timmy?
mi-
Is he pressed off about anything lately?
I don't know if I don't know. I didn't feel like it was fair that the officials decided to help the Milwaukee Bucks out.
Oh,
Like,
it was bad.
we were down, like, and we got within 6. Then all of a sudden they became whistle happy. Like, come on, NBA. An undermanned Nuggets team's not going to beat your NBA champions. I mean, I don't know.
We never go to the
it-
free throw line. Still,
No,
even without Jokic.
it was horrible. And this is, I don't know. I like how they're letting them play more and it's more physical, but that was the worst officiated game I had seen. It made me feel like last year where they just teamed up on you. I didn't like it. You know, we had 2 great runs in that game, and both times the officials started blowing the whistles. And then all of a sudden, here comes Milwaukee. Milwaukee would have all of a sudden come anyways, so you didn't need to be blowing all those whistles.
Yeah,
and I believe Giannis travels all the time.
He does.
Oh my God,
That man is a traveler. Like, his passport must be full of stamps.
would you say he's a savvy traveler?
Well,
pack
he's
and
getting away with
hammer.
it, so yeah.
A time unraveling, dabbling, traveling through your neighborhoods and your streets, rocking with beats.
Beats. Wandering the
Wandering
land with my
land
mic in
with
my hand.
hand.
So
That's scary,
biggest-
folks.
That's scary
That's
for those who don't know.
that's my biggest complaint.
Check
I don't
him
know.
out. Yeah,
Injuries. I'm tired of injuries. I don't know who our strength coach is, but
See,
figure
right?
this shit out. I feel
Well,
like
there. If you follow the Premier League, there was a while there under Arsene Wenger, towards the end of his career, where people gave him a lot of crap because Arsenal players were always injured, right? And they were like, "It's got to be what's going on in training. It's got to be what's happening in training." All these guys keep pulling hammies, they keep pulling calves, they keep getting injured. You know what I mean? The reality of the situation is these dudes are playing all the time, right? Like, all the time. It's not, I mean, look at Golden State. Are you going to blame Golden State's trainer because, you know, Thompson was injured? Like, these things just happen. Does it feel like it's happening a lot right now to us? Yeah, sure does.
well, I felt like our injuries were a little less under that short South African guy we had for a long time.
Well, I agreed. You know what, Tim? It's funny you bring this up because our boys, we train a lot at Red Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's bad for you.
knees.
On the knees, on the hammies, like that's a lot. That's a lot to take.
It looks
Yeah,
cool in training
you know,
videos, though.
I just think you nailed it, man. We've been one of those teams that played more than a lot of other teams the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And I know other teams have too. It's not like we're the only ones, but I think that's just kind of what's happening. And Dozier's injury was a freak accident, in my opinion. Just landed weird. I don't know if there's anything I don't know how you prevent that. Yeah. I don't know. Obviously, there's reasonable questions to say, hey, how are you doing things when the injuries pile up so significantly to that amount? Right?
Well,
There's
MPJ
people want a
cannot
finger
be
point when there's that much bad luck.
Well, MPJ cannot be an example of that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think if anything, like when we did sign that contract, we thought, and we tried to walk in everything, and we thought that his back was going to be okay, and obviously it's been a regression there. But, if anything, I hope that we take time with Jamal like we're doing right now, and that when Jamal does come back, he is the same Jamal that he was before the injury. That's how I think you can evaluate what our training staff is doing, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame MPJ on the training staff. That's just MPJ, and that's he's just built that way, and it's unfortunate. I wish that dude was not that way. Such is life. You can't blame a wrist injury on the training staff. Like, what are they doing? Wrist exercises in the back room?
I don't know.
We're going to overextend our wrist this time.
You might be able to rip Adelman, though, because that was a game that it was kind of out of hand when we were trying to get back in the game. I don't know. That's not fair either. I don't think that's fair to blame Adelman, but maybe because, like, why is Jokic playing at that point anyway? That game was kind of lost. We were grasping for straws when he was still playing when he got hurt. But I don't think that's fair either. Just luck, guys.
There's always someone to blame. You just got to point your finger at him.
Well, can you explain the expression grasping for straws?
Grasping for straws? Like the short end, like when we're playing straws, like drawing straws.
I believe it becomes from the colonial times.
Yeah. When you're grasping straw, it just breaks.
Is it an old wooden ship made in the Civil War era?
Yes,
I had to do a diversity training at an ACA thing, and they're like, "What is diversity?" And in my head, I was like, "It's an old wooden ship."
It's
like,
an old wooden ship.
An old wooden ship.
Did you say it?
No, I think people would be like, I mean,
I believe
it's one of
it's an
those
old
DEA
wooden ship.
I believe it's an old wooden ship.
Made during the Civil War era. I don't know what it means. Yeah. Grasping for straws. I get it. You pull straws, and if you're like the shortest one, then
you suck.
It doesn't. I had that and one shirt.
Yeah, that was the best and one shirt. Draw straws because you suck.
Yeah, Tim, didn't you have like your game is like a milk carton?
I think I had that one too.
So they can't find it. How does it go? Do you guys remember that?
I don't remember.
Because your game's gone missing, dude.
Game's gone missing.
Remember they used to put. Now we have Amber Alerts and such, but they used to put them on milk cartons, which makes no sense.
Because kids drink milk. That's about it.
Yeah. Wow. We've progressed in a lot of ways as a society.
T-shirts. It wasn't a and one shirt, but I had a shirt that said, "I'm a go-getter. My girl works. I go get her."
That's funny.
That's awful because that's my life. And then there's another. What? Oh crap! What was the other one? Oh, the booby shirts from Hawaii?
Oh yeah, I got in trouble at high school for that.
Yeah,
booby watcher.
The red-footed boobies. It's a bird.
Like that's inappropriate. No, I watched red-footed boobies in Hawaii.
Yeah, from this badass like lighthouse. You know what I mean? It was cool, but people never understood that. They just thought you were being misogynistic.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I wish I still had it. Next time.
Your red-footed booby shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where mine went either. I think Tim took it, actually.
I did not take it. I had my own.
Isn't that what little brothers do? They take your cool shirts and then lose them?
I lost my Deja Vu shirt, which I like that shirt.
I'm glad you lost that shirt, dude. That place is...
It's so dirty.
It's so awful. All right. Well, glad we have 2 viewers now than we have
100 pretty girls, 1 ugly one.
What are you talking about?
That's their motto.
Really? Is that really their motto?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
That's what the shirt said.
All I know is the last time I was there and the last time I'll ever go is a girl I was in grad school with licked me on the face and was like, "Hey." I was like, "Oh, no. No. That was at Jed's birthday party, if you want to call it that.
Gross.
Gross is right. All right, my friends. Nuggets right now are out of the playoffs. Out of the playoffs. We have the Grizz ahead of us, the Lakers, the Timberwolves, the Trailblazers, who I think we're better than, the Clippers, the Mavericks are at the 4 seed, and then your usual suspects, the Jazz, Suns, and Warriors are 1, 2, 3. Are we going to make the playoffs?
With the play, right?
This year, the question was, what seed will we have in the playoffs? Now the question is, are we going to make the playoffs?
We're going to make the playoffs, guys. There's no doubt about that. Jokic is going to get healthy. Bones is going to get healthy, and he's going to show what he can do. It's going to hurt not having MPJ, who was going to eventually figure his shit out. We'll just count him for a loss, and, we're going to get Jamal for a playoff push. And I feel like fairly confident with that, even though Jamal will take a little while to get back to who Jamal was. I still feel like we are one of the best 8 teams in the West. I'm going to still stick with my 4 to 6 seed that I said in our first episode. I still have hope. We've hit a rough patch, but we're about to get things rolling. You just got to get a couple wins under your belt to get that feeling back, and then there you go. So it's going to be a difficult ride, but I still think we're a 4 to 6, and we'll definitely be in the playoffs.
Okay, so we're 9-10 right now, and we've lost 6 in a row. Think about that. We're 9-10, and we've lost 6 in a row.
Was Jokic out of all those, or just 5 of them?
5 of them.
Yeah, we'll get Jokic back.
Will, are we
it all
making
started
the
with the Mavericks, and then he got hurt against the Sixers.
That's right. The game Embiid refused to play in once again.
Bitch.
Right. Okay, teams above us that we're going to finish above. Did you guys hear that clearly? Teams above us that we're going to finish above. Ready?
Portland.
No. Let me name them. You tell them afterwards. Ready? Grizzlies. Grizzlies. Do we finish above the Grizzlies?
Yes. Didn't Ja Morant hurt his knee?
Yes.
Gus, no.
Tim, do we finish above the Grizzlies? Tim?
We'll finish above the Grizzlies, yes.
The Lakers.
We'll finish above the Lakers.
Will we finish above the Lakers?
Yes.
Okay. The Timberwolves.
Yes.
The Trailblazers.
Yes.
Yes.
The Clippers.
Yes.
I'll say no on that one.
Okay, so Tim has us at a 6 seed. Will has us at a 5 seed right now.
Wow.
The Mavericks.
Yes.
So that's a wash. So I'm just going to count us as a 5 seed.
We're right in that minutia.
The 4 to 6 seed.
Are we back into the 4 to 6 seed?
What is
Well,
minutia?
You said we're 5 seeds, so we're in that 4 to 6 seed, which is where I think we'll be.
We're not going to finish above the Jazz, Suns, or Warriors.
No, but it's early enough to turn it around and finish ahead of all those other teams you mentioned.
How did the Suns get so hot again? What the heck? That's hilarious because they're called the Suns. But, how'd they get so...
How the sun gets so hot?
I don't know, man. Must be science. What happened?
And maybe injuries will catch up to those guys.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Looks like the Suns and the Warriors are looking pretty good.
It does. And the Warriors will only get better because Klay Thompson's coming back.
And Wiseman.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why Phoenix has gone on such a run. through
They haven't
how many
played
ever
anybody?
exactly. They have the 30th most difficult schedule to this point. And Golden
Suns?
State has the has the 30th most difficult schedule to this point, not like throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
And 29 is Golden State, then Milwaukee. Utah is at 25. We've played the third hardest schedule so far.
Interesting.
So if you want to go why teams are playing well and other teams aren't, it's the strength of schedule thus far in the season. So hopefully that means since we're playing a lot of hard teams early on, we can kind of limp through, and then we'll get our easy schedule later to make that run.
Maybe things will even out a little bit, huh?
You would want to hope so.
It's like the Broncos and all of the AFC West have gotten to play the AFC East, or the NFC East, excuse me, which is a horribly weak league or conference, and no wonder they're all like the same record because they're crushing the NFC East but not winning any other games.
Just no. Continuing. Okay, so the NBA strength of schedule remaining, Dave.
Okay.
Portland is 30th. Denver is 29th. Dallas is 27th. Memphis is 26th. Utah is just going to continue it with the 25th. Phoenix is all the way to 18 with strength of schedule remaining. So things are going to get easier.
Things might even out other than Utah. Utah might be.
But I'm pretty sure that statistic will be forever fluctuating as teams win and lose throughout the season.
Right, of course. But we're about a quarter of the way into it, and not quite, but about. And that's pretty fair. So you're saying the Jazz, according to strength of schedule, the Jazz will be the 1 seed.
I think so, yeah.
Because they've played a harder schedule already and proven themselves.
Their schedule is just average. It's right through so far into the season, they've played the 25th hardest schedule.
Right.
And moving forward, they have the 25th hardest schedule moving forward.
Well, I don't even know how that works, but sure.
Me either, Dave.
But the Warriors have had an easy schedule. The Mavs, the Suns have had easy schedules.
We haven't had a lot of divisional games.
No, not yet.
I think that's where it gets real. You got to start to play those divisional games. We do well in our division, man. You know, like a point of emphasis that George Karl started, that Mike Malone continues, is win your freaking conference or your league. I mean, right? Or your division, excuse me. Win your division. And that's one thing the Nuggets have done well over the course of the last 2 decades. So, but still, the Jazz are the real deal.
They're good.
They are good, man. Has the East, all right,
and they have depth. So their 3-foot pool is actually more closer to 4 foot because they have depth.
Thank you, Timmy. They're at more of a 4-foot pool.
There's more people in the pool.
There's more people
in the water.
Where the water
rises, though.
Whoa, that's a great coaching point, man. I'm going to use that tomorrow. The pool analogy. Like, you might only have 2 feet of water, but if you occupy that water with more people, the water level raises, right? To like 3, maybe 4 feet. That's a great analogy. Done. Using it. We are using that in the coaching. Tomorrow, my kids are going to look at me and be like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, they're going to stare me in the face and be like, Dave, what are you talking about? And I'm going to be like, no, you don't understand.
It won't be the first time your players stared at you like, what the hell are you talking about?
It's true. It's true.
It's getting deep in here.
Worm, I'm so glad you're here, man.
That's a funny comment by Worm.
Yeah.
It is getting deep. In the depths.
In the depths of the Worm, I need to talk to you, by the way, off camera. We gotta talk, you and me. But I'm so happy you're here, and I love you, bro. Worm, if you could just real quick, we seem to think the Nuggets, even after this disappointing six game losing streak, Worm's gone. Never mind. I'm just gonna talk to you guys. 5-6, 4-6.
Let's say that 4-6 range, man.
Okay. I think that's wishful
It'd
thinking.
probably be more realistic and say like the 7th seed.
Yeah, I think at this point that's wishful thinking. I hate to say it, but I think it's wishful thinking.
Well, screw
all right.
you, man.
If Worm is back, 5. Worm says 5. Okay. Thank you for listening, Worm.
See?
I appreciate that.
4-6.
So
5.
Worm
That's
is right.
what Timmy said.
He's right in there with us.
4-6.
The 5 seed. You want that home court advantage, though.
It could happen.
Who wins tomorrow night in the brawl between the Morris brothers and the Jokic brothers?
If Jokic plays, I think we can win. If not, I think it's going to be another long night, obviously.
I will gladly take the Jokic brothers versus the Morris brothers. I would put my house down on that bet.
Me too.
Very, very confident that two very large Serbians could take it to the Morris brothers wherever they're from.
Okay.
Is that what you were going for, or were you talking about the game?
Talking about the game or the fight? I
was talking about the fight.
I was talking about the fight.
I didn't know. I thought you were talking about the game.
Yeah, the fight's going to happen.
Oh, fight's happening? Is Marcus flying out there?
No, the real question is, like, who the heck would mess with the Nuggets with the two Jokic brothers courtside? It's not going to happen, right? Like, there will not be – it's just going to be a normal NBA game, isn't it? It's not going to be like a hardcore – There's not going to be
man.
– Jimmy Butler's not talking crap from the bench, like, right? Everyone's keeping their composure, guys.
Yeah, you just got to watch out for DJ Khaled trying to start some shit.
DJ Khaled!
We the best music.
The best music!
Did you see he started a jet ski chicken wing delivery business for the people on yachts?
You know, there's a part of me that's like, that's awesome. And then there's a part of me that's like, what a bunch of assholes. You know?
How
I don't know how
upset
to
were you
feel
when you thought of that?
And I feel it.
I need
I
some
just have
chicken
those
wings.
ideas. DJ Khaled.
There's a void in the market. It's chicken wings to yachts. DJ Khaled! Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Jeremy's wishing he thought of that in Fort Collins. If only there was a way to get chicken wings to the people.
What you got to
in
do
yachts.
is get a snowmobile and take chicken wings to people on ski lifts.
Aha.
As they get off, here's
Yeah,
your order.
that's
Here's your
where
order.
it
Here's your
is.
order.
That's
Timmy?
more of the true American.
Oh, dude, I had a brilliant idea the other night, and I want you guys to let me know for real if you think this is a horrible idea or if I was just, you know, it was the night before Thanksgiving. I was feeling pretty good. So maybe it's a horrible idea that I came up with, but here's what I want to do. I want to go on tour, not me personally, but I want to set it up and make money off of it. I want to do a Rocky IV soundtrack with the actual bands, so they travel. And then in the background, they are playing the scenes whenever the song comes up. The scenes that the song comes up on are on like a giant IMAX, like big screen. So you have the real band playing their original music, like, you know, you. No,
I would go see
Great
it.
idea.
I would go see that. Thank you.
Could it be like a culmination of all the Rocky movies, though, not just Rocky IV?
Yeah, I think it could. I think it
Because
could.
there's some good scores in the other films.
I think it's harder to accumulate all the different bands that played these musics, but
Well, couldn't you just have one band that plays them all live?
no.
Like the
What I want to
orchestra?
do is I want to get the original band.
For the
That,
Rocky
like-
movies?
Yeah, like the original score band.
So like the people who
So
played
you know
the
that
instrumentals.
song when Rocky is driving? It's Rocky 4, and
there's
Apollo
no
has
easy
just
way out.
died. Apollo has just died.
Yeah.
And he's driving in his like Corvette.
So you're looking to get Survivor together.
Yeah, we got to
James
get some
Brown.
bands together to do this.
I'm looking at
Yeah,
Rocky
is that,
IV.
don't they? Isn't it
Rocky-
the same band? Really? Don't they sing a lot of the songs? Isn't it the same band who
Survivor's
sings
on
Eye
there
of the
twice.
Tiger?
Well, these are things I didn't think out. I just in my moment of like
I like it.
in my moment of this is a moneymaker. I was
Rival Nation.
yeah, exactly. With in the background the song going, so you can watch the movie clip while listening to the actual band play it. That just sounds awesome to me.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, No Easy Way Out definitely comes to mind.
That's what it is. There's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home.
Robert
There he goes.
Tepper. You're going to need to get Robert Tepper.
We can get Robert back, I'm pretty sure.
Robert Tepper.
For sure. Come on. How much would he want? He wouldn't want a whole lot. He's like, oh, I get to tour? That's pretty sweet. Robert Tepper's back in.
How about we get Phil Pritchett to play them all?
Cover all of it?
Yes, and then we get to tour the nation with Phil Pritchett.
Okay, so we just got to buy the license from the movie to be like,
We
hey,
talked
we're
to
gonna show
Stallone.
these clips.
Oh, Stallone would get in on it.
All right, well, I'll reach out to Phil. You reach out to Stallone. Let's make it happen, dude.
I will tweet him.
That's
Maybe
hilarious.
I'll Paul, maybe I won't.
There's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. With the clip in the background and the actual band playing, that's a moneymaker and trademarked. We trademarked that. Bros on Nuggs trademarked it. No one can take it. Not even you, Jeremy Heiberger. Though I think you'd be more focused on some sort of hip hop, like I don't know, some sort of hip hop show. I don't know. You and your hip hop anonymous.
Hip Hop Anonymous? I like it, Dave. It's a good idea.
Thank you. So, Timmy, are you willing to reach out to Stallone and get some copyright, and I'll reach out to Phil? Or should we start reaching out to these bands?
And then we'll have
don't
Dolph Lundgren and Rocky fight during.
Oh, like at the climax?
No.
Oh, man, that'd be badass. Oh, that'd be
One of
so
them-
cool.
One of them would have a heart attack, guys.
I don't care. I really don't.
I love Rocky movies, man.
No, all I was
love
thinking, so I was picturing like Pikes Peak Center with a screen, and then, you have your audience, and then there's a stage for the band, and people can be focused on what they want to be focused on, like a live band playing There's No Easy Way Out, or watching Stallone drive his freaking Corvette at like 100 miles an hour in that clip. Okay. Well,
Great idea, Dave. Let's do it.
thank you. Thank you, Will.
All right. What do you guys think we're going to do on this road trip? 7 games.
What we were all way off on the last prediction, so I don't think we make predictions
was
anymore.
way
No, we're gonna end it up with a
Maybe.
prediction.
Okay, fine. Let me look one last time.
I'll say we win 2 games.
On the road trip?
Yeah.
Wow, you've really flipped. You went from like 5-2.
There are 7 games.
Magic, Knicks, Bulls, Pelicans, Spurs, Wizards, Timberwolves.
We're gonna go 4-3 or 3-4.
We're going to go Magic is a win. Oh, wait, Heat. I forgot about the Heat.
I think three's more appropriate.
Heat's a win, obviously, because we can't let those bitches win. We cannot. Do not let the Heat win. Heat's a win. Magic is a win. Knicks is an 11 a.m. game? Why would you do that to us?
Because it's 1 o'clock East Coast time, man.
You East Coast, I fly East Coast.
Knicks are a win. We're starting 3-0. The Bulls. I'll take that as a loss, even though there's no way. So we're 3-1. Pelicans is a win. Spurs, win. We're 6-1, gentlemen.
I think we'll win 4 of those games.
Okay. I'm wishfully thinking again, aren't I?
No, and that's okay. We need those wishful thoughts.
Hey, you tell them checks in the mail.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I'll give it. I think we win. Okay, 5-2. I don't know. We're in a good spot though. None of these teams are really good, dude. The Knicks aren't even that good.
No,
the Knicks aren't
we're gonna get Jokic back, and we're gonna win some of these.
Yeah. The Magic aren't good. The Bulls are good. Pelicans, Spurs.
You know, we play a style of basketball that travels better than the run and gun.
Exactly.
You know
how we used to complain about that, man.
Yeah, we used to be able to run and gun it and like just whoop teams in Colorado. Then you'd go on the road and it just didn't work because other teams could run with you at their level. And now we can play run and gun, which we don't do very often, but we can play a well-rounded basketball game.
You're right.
And it travels well. And we've done very well recently, the last 2-3 years on our East Coast swings. So,
do you think it's worked in the playoffs, Timmy? Go.
Has it worked in the playoffs?
Yeah, our new style under Mike Malone.
I mean, we've gotten to as many Western Conference Finals as George Karl did, and Malone's been here. They've been here about the same amount of time, or has Malone been here
a couple years less, I think.
So we're making the playoffs every year like we did with Karl. We're getting out of that first round hump, which we struggled with under George Karl. I felt like we lost a lot in the first round under Karl. So I think it is traveling. I think what we need is depth, and we need healthy players. And, I have faith we're going to turn this ship the right direction. I mean, the ship's name is diversity, and it is wooden. So we just need the wind to blow the right way.
Absolutely. Well, do you think, last comment here, I know that you're tired and we've got things to do. It's 7:00 at night. What do you think about Malone's style? Does it travel well? Does it equate to playoffs well?
Yeah, I mean, particularly before all these injuries happened, if anything, I thought that we would be a good road team, and we have been a good road team the last couple of years, is because we've been playing better defense the start of the season. Mm-hmm. So even when our shots aren't falling, we've been able to, since the acquisition of Aaron Gordon, other things, it travels well. I think we just got to get guys healthy, just get through this rough patch of injuries. And when we do, like Tim was saying, we're going to be right there. So, yeah, it travels well. I think it travels better than it did in the past, where we really always pumped up the altitude and, running people out of the gym. We're definitely different, but we can do both. I think we're versatile. I think Jokic helps us with that. When you have the best player in basketball on the court, I think that helps out a lot. So,
wow.
Yeah, we have
playing Park and Rec. Like playing Park and Rec basketball with Will Davis. You have the best basketball player in the gym.
Oh, I think Tim would have something to say about that.
Timmy can't even shoot anymore, man. Like, what are we going to do?
We're talking about when we were kids.
Oh!
Yeah, I won championships against Will every year.
Yeah, he did.
I had this sweet 15-foot fadeaway that nobody could guard. And then the high school coaches took that from me.
He did. He did have a fadeaway.
Why? Why were you shooting fadeaways?
Because I thought
it was just a back to the basket step and turn.
Yeah. I don't know, Dave. I grew up watching players fade away. Why does anybody do anything? Why do high school kids shoot deep threes anymore? They see it on TV.
I have a big right now. I have like a 6'7" big who just wants to fade away every time. I'm like, just go to the freaking rack and get fouled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, if you're making buckets and it looks cool, then more power to you.
I miss coaching basketball with the two of you, man. Like, I think back to the best time of my life, and I mean, I love my life, and there's a lot of things to be grateful for. But being able to coach basketball with the two of you was like the coolest thing ever. Did we do that for 2 years?
2 or 1?
Well, I know I coached with Tim for 2 years.
I coached with you for 3 years, Dave, maybe 4.
You did 1.
Yeah,
Well.
I can't remember. But it was fun. It was a great time.
I can tell Will thinks it's as great a time as I did.
No, I really enjoyed that. That was the most fun I've ever had coaching.
I don't know.
Coaching with Tim at the JV level and then helping you with varsity. That was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, dude.
Move to a school in the Springs and start coaching, and I'll join you.
Okay, you don't want to travel?
Kind of hard to go
no.
there every night.
I just want no part of that shit at Woodland Park.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to jump on the bandwagon because your brother's coaching up there, so it's go time.
No, I hope you guys do well.
Thank you. Hey, I love you both dearly.
Hope your family feels better, Dave.
Thank you. Worm, I love you as well. Thank you for joining us. I will be hitting you up soon. Will, you good?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. I gotta get these kids in the bath before they go to bed. So
okay. All right. Everyone be good. We'll see you in 2
man.
weeks after the Nuggets go 6-1 on a road trip.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. All right.
It's going to be a good road trip. We're going to get our heads right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bros.
Take care, guys. Take care. Love you both.
Go Nuggets.
Stay
Go
safe.
Nuggets.
Go Nuggs.